the best sense possible. David Mattingly has been following the late developments. He joins us now. I mean, do we know any update on what's actually happening?
No official update, but look at that. There's an absolute storm of oil down there billowing up around and through the cap that they've just put on. What the question now is, how much of that oil, all that oil that's coming out under such force, is that cap going to be able to corral and funnel to the surface? I wish we could sound more optimistic at this point. They did get this cap on. It does seem to be secure.
So you believe the cap is in place?
It appears to be in place, yes.
And so you think that's the cap right there, that object that looks sort of yellowish or goldish?
In the past 10 minutes or so, I was down in our satellite truck trying to get a closer look of the video feeds, and it does appear that that yellow cap is in place where it's supposed to be. It does appear to be secured, but again, we don't have any official confirmation that that's actually the fact. Now, so many things that BP has done up to this point, they've explained it, how it's supposed to work, but it's always fallen short and it's always failed. This needs to be the one that BP gets right, because look at that oil coming out. That's going to continue to come out for quite a while if they don't have a backup ready to go for this one.
And again, I don't want to be bashing BP here unnecessarily, but I mean, we saw in the Top Kill operation for 16 hours they didn't inform anybody that, oh, actually the Top Kill operation had stopped, you know, when everybody was for the entire day reporting that it was going on. So they could very easily right now put out a telephone press conference or put out a press release saying what's happening right now. Thad Allen could do the same thing. Anyone from the Coast Guard, somebody in authority who's supposedly in charge of this, could inform the world what is happening right now.
Well, we could also ask the same question of the Coast Guard right now, because this has gotten a little bit political in the last 48 hours. So there's been an agreement that BP is going to put out two reports each day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. We saw that today. They said everything was going as planned. Now this is happening. We may not hear from them until tomorrow morning.
This is an operation which may affect the entire, you know, future of the Gulf. Countless wildlife, countless fishermen's lives, and the fact that nobody is putting out real-time information is just mind-boggling to me. I do not understand, after more than a month, where people have, you know, talked about the need for transparency. I mean, this is the easiest thing in the world. When they have a shuttle operation, there's one guy in a microphone explaining what's going on.
And, well, the same complaint could be leveled at the U.S. government, which is now the face and the voice of this operation. We haven't heard anything from them. I was just checking my BlackBerry. We just got a notice from them about wildlife that's being done. There's no mention of this whatsoever. So,
well, again, I should just inform anyone from BP or the U.S. government or the Coast Guard or White House watching, we're going to be on to midnight and we're going to be talking about this, and we would love some real information. So I don't know, call someone at CNN. We'll call you. You know, the American people deserve to know what's going on. Clearly, it looks like a large amount of oil. I mean, is this what it is supposed to look like? Are they supposed to then lower a cable to attach to the cap?
There was a pipe attached to the top of this cap when we saw it earlier today. Maybe it's obscured by the oil. We don't know. We just don't see that pipe attached to it right now. Was there some sort of switch of equipment? Was there some sort of change? These are all questions.
Okay, now this is earlier. This occurred, I'm told, around 9:32 East Coast time. That there is the cap you see in the center of the screen. That's actually being slowly brought up from the Gulf floor, and you see to the right there the flow of oil there. So this is them actually moving the cap over. This occurred, well, close to an hour ago now, maybe a little bit more than an hour ago. This is them actually moving the cap.
And watch as they move into that plume. You have an absolute storm of oil erupting right here, and we're still seeing that erupting right now. A couple of things we can surmise from that. The cap could be in place. We could have the oil pluming out around it. The cap could be suspended there, but it does seem to be stationary. It does seem to be in the place that it needs to be in. But again, we're watching this video, a couple of guys who aren't engineers trying to figure this out.
It's like watching a sign language interpreter and not understanding sign language. It's not that complicated to get someone to explain.
Well, there's one thing we can easily understand. This oil is coming out at a rate that's greater than any time we've seen since this disaster.